Greetings, good life. This is Grandfather. I may have to speak quietly here at some point because when one gets older after using one's voice a lot, not unlike singers, voice sometimes goes away a bit. So the sound will vary a bit today. Alright? Now, I need to say something for some of you, because this is not something that all of you can do things about. But some of you are advanced students, and what I mean by that is that you've read the blogs, the written blogs, at least Benevolent Magic, and perhaps Mystical Man. A mystical man's world, you understand. And you've watched the videos and probably studied other things as well. Most importantly, though, with the written blogs and the videos, you've done the homework to the best of your ability. So, speaking to you who've been working at this, you will have an opportunity this year to help people. There will be, as often is the case, weather phenomena and earth changes that take place this year. You know, part of the reason that these things are going on is that Mother Earth wants to encourage everybody on the planet to wish, hope, dream, and desire to be someplace that is more benevolent. Many people will want to be someplace safer. Many people will want to be someplace happier or more fun, or fill in the words you have. So Mother Earth is attempting to speed you on your way by encouraging you to desire more benevolent world. And what this really means is that since you are all returning to your natural soul self as your day-to-day self at a slightly higher vibration or frequency, as I've spoken about here before, then Mother Earth is saying, get along now. She wants to urge you out the door, so to speak, and to run along to become your soul self as your day-to-day self, which is, for all of you, believe it or not, very benevolent. So, here's how it might turn out. Some of you might have been arguing or fighting with people for a long time, and suddenly that's just going to feel silly. Literally silly. And you will no longer argue. And it might not synchronize immediately, but eventually they will do the same thing. You do not have to go along with their demands, but you don't necessarily have to argue, because the argument gives you stress and upsets your life. But if they are making a demand that is unreasonable, just don't go along with it. But don't argue, perhaps. I'm not giving you a demand or a command. I'm saying that you will feel that way. That is how souls and spirit operate. You don't cooperate, but you don't stress yourself about it. So, eventually, the demanding one simply is not ignored, but is allowed to be demanding without those demands being fulfilled. Now, I mention this because there are some of you who are overdoing it with benevolent magic and living prayer, or even true magic. And sometimes it is ignored. So, meaning you don't feel any energy for it. But know this, that very often when you don't feel energy for something like that, it means it's not needed, or it may have already been done, or you don't need to do that at that time. So wait. Try it another time. If the energy still doesn't come through, it's not necessary. Alright? Now, know this. I mentioned a few of you. A few of you are doing the work very well, and I want to welcome you to the world of shamanism, magic, and benevolence. A few of you are attempting to use the work to do harm. Know that even though you believe at times that that harm is being done, it isn't, because by the time you ask for something or do something a certain number of times, and that number is not great, you will no longer have the capacity to do this magic, because Spirit will not cooperate. Spirit does not cooperate in any event to do harm. Alright? I just want to let you know that. So don't be afraid of trying things, but do be aware of your words and thoughts, and ask that when, as you say before, doing these magics, that the energy be the most benevolent for you, or that all the most benevolent beings that are available for you be all round and about you, like that. Also, begin to add, if you're having troubles keeping focused in a benevolent state, also begin to add, and that I feel benevolent as well. You don't have to do that. Only do it if you feel distracted and are having difficulty focusing on the intention to do the greatest good for the greatest number of beings. All right, a few pointers for today. Good life.